Chieftain Narjak Firstborn told his cub, Agrog must carry the tribe now. Narjak has spoken. Slowly, Agrog looked up from the bloody mud. Agrog cannot. He is not ready. Narjak's gaze was like fog. Take care of them, cub. Them and him. Both. Shield the tribe, and shield Noag. Those were Chieftain Narjak's last words to his cub Akrog after a ballista bolt from the Tusk Hunters pierced right through his chest. Fabled warrior, leader of the Moonkin Trolls, last of the mythical firstborn, killed by elven poachers. It was not only Narjak's heart that Bolt impaled that day, but also that of the Moonkin tribe, weakened by the terrible blood-rot plague and decimated by the hunters. They had long been struggling for survival. With their mighty chieftain gone, the last ray of hope still shining was Noag, Akrog's younger sibling who had inherited Narjak's legendary power. The chieftain's wish for Akrog to succeed him surprised many kin, but it surprised Akrog most of all. True, he was a strong and honorable warrior, but far from the Moonkin's best. All he had was the peculiar gift to hear the voices of the dead, and an iron will to do right by his sire's last words. Was he ready for this? He could not say. Yet when the tribe demands, a troll must bow. And so Akrog found himself giving his first command as a chieftain to be. The Moonkin would travel to Mugwa's cradle, a shrine guarded by the Bonekin Trolls, to perform the Devouring, the sacred ritual where the new chieftain consumed the old chieftain's heart to take up his role. This story begins the day the Bruised tribe arrived at the cradle, where Akrog, joined by his mentor Grungwar and his trusted one Zaska, ventured out to find a holy plant for the ritual, Mugwar's Tear. Little did Akrog know that the true trial of the Moonkin Trolls had just begun. No matter what the Trolls may think of Chieftain Akrog, trust not the foul tusks who say he had everything given to him on a moon silver platter. All because his sire was chieftain before him. Oh no, little cubs. The hunger, the blood rot, the hunters. The Moonkin had become but a shadow, and in the span of a day, it became Akrog's calling to lead them back to Mugwa's light. The day he and his two companions went out to prepare Narjak's last rites would be but the beginning of his troubles.
Are these the ones?
Magwa's tears, the sacred plants, blessed by the goddess herself.
Pity she always cries in hard-to-reach places. It was a rotten pain to get here.
One blew Magrog to embalm the chieftain's corpse for the devouring. Harm not the others.
Akrog wants not to disrespect Mugwa, but why can they not pluck more? This is a brittlebone ruin. If the Moonkin pluck them not, someone else will.
Akrog speaks true, but still, the laws demand it. These blooms are gifts from Mugwa to the sacred earth, and the only time a troll can rip them from the soil is for the rites.
Akrog understands. Akrog remembers hearing that the Brittlebones use these blooms too, no? The sharp-eared ones.
The elves, it is true. They call them Lenya, and greedily tear them from the soil to use for their hexes. Typical lightling ways, if Grungwar is asked. They think themselves so much holier than the dark races. But in the end, all they do is take, and take.
Akrog has a question. If the blooms are so powerful, perhaps they could help with the blood rot. Surely Mugwa would understand.
Akrog's sire said the same thing.
He said that? When?
Oh, hundreds of moons ago. Back when the blood rot first showed. Akrog was still a little cub, and little Moonblood was not yet born. The eyes picked 3 blooms, and Shepherd Crumb brewed a potion from them. But it helped not. In truth, it only made the trolls that drank it worse.
Worse?
The hex power of the blooms is too strong, even for a troll's flesh.
All right.
And it is done. The bloom has been plucked.
Back to the cradle then? Before the big little oaf Noag goes mad with worry, thinking they tumbled off a cliff.
Akrog still thinks they should have taken Noag with them. It would have helped his dark thoughts.
Noag's gloom is the reason it would have been unwise to take him. Give him time to mourn. As the moon blood, and soon the same blood of the chieftain, he knows there will be little of that in the moons to come.
Grungwar speaks true. Let them march back. They have lost too much time already.
Wait, before they leave, Grungwar has an unusual wish. He would like to pluck a bloom for himself.
What for? The devouring?
No, it is... The Moonkin have been running for so long, Chieftain. Grungwar dreams that one day they will find a true home somewhere. A tribe camp to last, so to speak.
It is a beautiful idea, but what have Mugwa's tears to do with this?
Well, it may sound foolish, but Grungwar would like to hold on to that bloom and then plant it in the Moonkin's future tribe camp, like a totem of hope, to show how far the Moonkin have come. But the choice lies with Akrog. After all, it is against Mugwa's laws.
Fine. Grungwar can pick it.
Grungwar thanks the chieftain. He...
There, old fur. His precious little bloom.
Zoska should not have done that. The blooms are sacred.
Well, Zaska just did, and he still stands here, looking as good as ever. Now, how about they leave this place?
Fine. Back to the cradle, then.
Time to move on.
That way.
That man's plan from the start.
What?
His trusted one, all right.
He is. And it is open. Strange.
Maybe Zaramak could learn a thing or two from these ruins.
Brittle bone craftsmanship never brings anything good. It is like the other one, but the stick is missing.
Let them look around then. Maybe they can mend it somehow.
Is this?
Interesting. That should work. Huh. What is that?
This? Easy.
In that direction.
Interesting. Probably.
Let Grungwar take a closer look.
Fox, careful.
Moving on.
On his way.
For the Moon! Feel the might of the Moon! He is on his way.
What now?
For the tribe!
Trouble. Dead.
He will lead the way. is this?
Grungwa, look down there.
Let's start.
The Moonkin cannot go through here.
True. But there is a hex stone. If they can kindle the...
There they are. Trusted one, Nurbok One-Eye. What is he doing here?
Looking for them. The fat Bonekin chieftain was getting worried.
The tears were harder to find than they thought.
Cub Akrog, Nurbok will tell him one more time. The Moonkin should break off the devouring and move on. If they stay in this clearing for too long, the hunters will come for them.
Nurbok, they talked about this. The chieftain must be devoured, so Magua can pass on his power to the chosen chieftain. Narjok would want...
What Narjok would want is for the tribe to survive. But Nurbok has said his piece. It is clear the tribe would rather listen to a fresh-tusked cubling who hears voices in the wind.
Nerbok knows that Akrog wanted not to be chieftain. His sire, Narjak, chose this.
In his dying moments, with a big brittle-bone throwing spike through his chest, he either chose Akrog because dying made him confused, or simply because Akrog was his cub. Nurbok knows not what is more pathetic.
Nurbok, it was the chieftain's word.
That makes it no less wrong.
Sire Narjak was the last firstborn of the Trolls, and the greatest chieftain there ever was. He deserves to leave this world with honor.
Zazka could not agree more.
If everyone got what they deserved, every worker would have their own iron beak. Make no mistake, Nurbok treasured Narjak like he treasures Grungwa. But Narjak was a great chieftain because he put others first. Surely Akrog knows that, after what his sire did for Nurbok and Akrog both.
Akrog knows, Nurbok. But what honor have the trolls left if they let these rotten brittle bones crush even their most sacred traditions? Now, can Nurbok kindle the Hexstone?
He can. Oh, and Zaska Small Tusk?
What?
Nurbok knows the Small Tusk has been scheming. He will keep an eye on him.
And how will he see where he is going?
What was Nerbok talking about? About Zazka scheming?
Scheming makes it sound very bad. He will tell Trusted One Akrog after the devouring.
Kin should not have secrets from each other, Zaska.
And Grungwar would know all about that, no? Interesting. Probably.
This looks interesting. Why must they plague the Moonkin? Magua, mend their flesh!
What is that?
Moving now. Something about this jungle always makes Akrog's hide crawl.
The blood drop in the cradle. It is full of Magua's power, making life and plants flourish all around it.
Pity all that power does beak shit to keep the hunters and slavers away.
Is something wrong, Zaska?
No, of course not.
What is this?
By the Holy Hide, if it is not chosen Chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher. Cabrax was about to ask the bones if something happened to them.
Chieftain Cabrax, Magua prays. It is true, finding the tears was harder than they thought. The Brittlebone ruin was swarming with bugs.
Good for the tears, bad for the many Brittlebone treasure hunters who searched them. Ha! Come, show him. Ah, good. Very good. Mugwa will be pleased. Now all they need is a tooth.
A sacred pierce stick. The Bonekin have none of their own.
Oh, of course they do. But the Moonkin will need to shape their own for their sacrifice.
Speaking of the sacrifice, has the Moonkin's bloodgiver arrived yet? Anuk? When Akrog left to find the tears, the Moonkin Eye Master said he could not be found.
Oh, he has arrived, it is true, a few hours ago. He wanted to be alone with his prayers, though, so Cabrax let him and his trusted one into the shrine. Cabrax understands, of course. Being a bloodgiver is a great honor, but it may not feel that way right now.
Akrog still understands not why the Bones chose Anuk. The Moonkin need all the healers they can get, and his trusted one will be crushed.
Grongwa told Akrog, the Bones are the will of Magua, and when she decides, the kin obeys.
Elder Grongwa said it, but Cabrax will speak long prayers for his trusted one.
Oh, splendid. That solves the problem.
Zaska, show respect.
Are the sacrifices truly necessary? The Moonkin have lost so many kin already, especially after the last Hunter attack. It feels like a sin to kill another, even for the devouring.
Cabrax understands, Akrog. But without the blood sacrifice, the Bone King cannot summon Mugwa's cub, and without the cub as a river for her hex power, they cannot give the chieftain's power to the chosen chieftain. It is a great price, but a troll must pay it.
Akrog understands. He will talk to him once Cabrax allows them into the shrine.
Akrog should. Itzkar, the Bonekin Bloodgiver, would like to speak with him too, but they will cross that swamp when they come to it.
How can they shape a tooth? Grungwar said it. It is a sacred weapon.
Just like how the Moonkin shape their other weapons. All Akrog must do is find a hexed brittlebone weapon, scrap it, then have the Moonkin Master Scrapper use the parts to shape the tooth.
Where can they find a hexed brittlebone weapon, though?
Oh, there are many places in this jungle. But Cabrax believes he heard the Moonkin's Master Scrapper, Zaramuk, speak of a brittlebone hideout up north.
His name is Zeramak. But good, Akrog will speak to him. Oh, and Chieftain Cabrax. Akrog is not chieftain yet, but he still thanks Cabrax in the name of the tribe. He knows many Bonekin wanted not the Moonkin so close to their shrine, with the hunters and the blood rot. Cabrax took a risk helping them, and Akrog will not forget it.
Look at that! The cub has his sire's silver tongue.
No, Akrog means it. Only the Bonekin can do the devouring. If not for Cabrax, Narjak would never find his way into the moonlit river, and Akrog could never be blessed with Narjak's strength.
True. But Narjak was not only a great chieftain, but also the last firstborn troll. To give him his last rites is a great honor. And as for the fool tusks afraid of catching the blood rot, what they need most is a fat fist to the face. They should know the rot cannot be passed from one troll to another, and be glad the Bonekin were mostly spared. Now off with Akrog. That tooth will not shape itself.
So be it. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Chieftain Cabrax.
Head to
All right, to the tribe camp.
They should look for Noak, too. Let them hope he has done nothing silly.
They will.
If he insists,
He is going.
let Zaska get a proper look.
What?
Ah, Chieftain back? Good. What he need?
Akrog needs Zeramak to shape something. To crush things.
What he need? Ah, Chieftain back! Good, good. What he need?
The Moonkin need to craft a tooth. Can Zeramak help with that?
Tooth? For eating?
No. The holy weapon for the devouring. They have the pointy end, they just need a brittle bone pierce stick with hex power. Kabrak said the scrappers found a brittle bone hideout up north.
Ah, the cave, true. It locked, but the scrappers find shiny metal to open it. Here, how it called? A key. The scrappers went in already. Not yet, because there are Erics and other creatures. But Chieftain and Grungmore strong. They can squish them. Maybe they take Little Moonblood too? He's so strong.
Maybe. Speaking of Little Blood, has Zeramak seen him?
Bit ago he have, but not now. Maybe he's sleeping in shelter?
Akrog will look. Either way, they will be back with the brittle bone pierce stick. Zeramak should stay ready.
He will. Oh, and Slig? Best ask now.
The Chosen Chieftain might be able to help Slig, if he has time. Just come and talk to him when he can.
At his service.
No Little Blood. Strange.
Hopefully he did nothing foolish.
Old-fur worries too much. Noag can take care of himself.
Maybe, but he is still the Moonblood, and they must not lose him. They should ask.
There. How feels he now?
Better. Speak true, Crumb. Warrior Higrak, he died.
The brittle-bone stab stick missed the heart. In a few sundowns, he will walk again.
Good. Good.
Elder Grungwar, chosen chieftain Akrog, hunters Aska, Mugwa praise. Crumb is glad to see they are back safely.
Mugwa praise. Shepherd Crum, kind soul. How are the wounded?
Not well. Nagik and Tap will not live to see the next sundown. Higrak might mend, or he might not.
Might not. But Crum told him he would be fine.
Sometimes a bit of hope and trust is enough to heal the worst of wounds. What of the devouring? Is it ready?
Almost. The Bonekin need a few more things. Would Crum know where Little Blood is? Akrog went to his shelter, but he was not there.
Strange. No, Crumb has seen him not. But he was very upset about their sire the whole day. Poor Noag. He still thought Ken lived forever.
Akrog will see if he can comfort him.
He should. Though this would have happened one day. Kin dies, and there is nothing a troll can do. It is a painful lesson they all must learn. And even though a troll should treat every moonkin as kin, it is no secret that the death of a trusted one or same blood can hurt more.
Either way, they need to find Little Blood. Has Crum any idea where he went?
No, but he is sure he went not far. They should look in the jungle.
All right. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Crum. All right. Zeramak said Scrapper Slig Stoutheart. He wanted to speak with Akrog?
It is true, Chosen Chieftain. Slig knows this is a strange time to be asking him for a favor, but Chosen Chieftain Akrog has always been happy to help the Scrappers before.
He has, it is true. And what sort of help is needed this time?
Oh, the usual. Slig needs to bring back as much scrap as he can, so that he and the Master Scrapper can keep up with the need for weapons, armor, and all that stuff.
He needs Akrog to carry scrap?
No. Just shield Slig while he finds what they need. He gets so carried away with sorting that he would not even hear Mugwa's cub if it came sneaking up behind him. There is a crumbling brittlebone place southeast of here, where Slig might find some lovely scrap. Chosen Chieftain knows where Slig means.
He knows. He was there not so long ago, looking for Mugwa's tears.
Perfect. So, has the Chosen Chieftain time to help Slick, just like in the good old days?
He has not really the time, but he cannot say no to Slig. What is his plan?
Mogwar prays. The Chosen Chieftain is so kind. Slig will meet Chosen Chieftain Akrog outside the Brittlebone ruins. It will not take Slig long to find out what he needs. Hopefully.
It had better not. Akrog will meet Slig there.
All right. He will see him soon.
Akrog is ready.
Time to move on.
On his way.
This way? Head towards certain doom? Sure, why not?
The tribe must survive!
Would not eat such a beast.
Grungwa is ready.
You will lead the way.
Should be Nerbok. Akrok too young. Also, could he... Oh, Chosen Chieftain.
Go join the world!
Let Grungwa
Exhausted interrupters. Interesting. Probably.
This looks interesting. What on Urgath is this?
Moving now.
Grungwa, we'll go there.
Let Akrog see.
If he insists. Going now.
That way.
Go on, crush! They here?
Noak, quick.
May Magwa guide his hands.
The tribe for the blood! The blood for the tribe! No power! They shall die.
Over here, big shit. Go squish! Rest for a moment. They see Noak strong. He make Eric go squish. He do same for Brittlebone, who kill Sire. All of them. As long as he leaves a handful for Zazka. Zazka get 5. Noak 5T.
50. Why is Noag out here alone? It is dangerous.
Maybe for old Grumph, no for Noak. He's strong.
He is, but he is also the Moonblood, and the tribe needs him. Hunter Eric was killed by a wild wyvern just a few sundowns ago. What?
Noak not Eric. And tribe like Noak cause he's strong. How he can stay strong if he always hiding in his shelter?
This is not about hiding. It is about being strong together with the tribe. It is true, Little Blood can crush many Erics alone, but he will still only be one troll. The Moonkin together, though, they could crush all the Erics on Urgath.
Noak understand. But tribe need be stronger then, lots stronger. So next hunter attack, they will crush them all and build shelter from their bones and feed their flesh to the Moonkin cubs. Mugwa septic utters, Noag. Take a deep breath. The hunters are not here. But will be! And if Noag been stronger last time,
Sire would still be here, and...
Oh, little blood. Calm. Be calm. It is not his fault Sire is dead.
Is... Everyone say Noag Moonblood. Noag blessed because he's so strong, but he not. When hunters came, he can do nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
And neither could Akrog, or anyone. Noag is a Moonblood, it is true. But Sire was a First Blood, 10 times stronger than even Nurbok. It is good to grieve kin, and it can be good to be angry. But Little Blood must not let this anger turn into despair. Else he will, one day, do something bad.
Sire always say the same thing. Big Blood right. Noag sorry. He be calm now. It's all right, Noag. They all understand. So he just went out here to show the tribe he is strong and to unleash his anger? No, not only. He needs something from the Eric. It's... how say... guts?
Should Sazka dare to ask why?
It's surprise for Crumple Noag make with Zeramak. Noag can take guts, Big Blood?
Sure, but he will accompany them afterwards. It is better this way.
Zazka is listening.
What is this?
Rat them! They go back to Zeramak now?
Soon.
What is that?
Moving now.
Head towards certain doom? Sure, why not?
Chosen Chieftain, over here!
Slick, there he is.
It was good of Chosen Chieftain Akrog to come. Is he ready to shield Slick?
He is ready.
Oh, wonderful. Let them see how much lovely scrap is waiting for them in there.
Let's...
Mogwar's tusks! Look at this place! Slick's not sure where to start.
Slick should keep his voice down. He was right not to come here alone. Akrog is sure there are enemies around every corner.
He is on his way. Be ready.
What should he do?
Keep those Araks away from Slick.
Worry not. Akrog will crush them. Just get that scrap.
He will. Ah, this makes a nice change from all the thinking Slick has been doing lately.
What thinks he about?
Slick will tell him if he promises to keep crushing those Araks. Well, Slick likes to think about the trolls he knows. And the ones he has known.
Has Slig lost someone close to him too?
It is true. But not as recently as the Chosen Chieftain, of course. Slig likes to remember his old friend Zanuck.
Zanuck? Akrog knows not that name.
They had been friends since they were cubs. Slig will never forget the day when Zanuck asked him to be his trusted one.
What happened to him?
The blood rot took him. He got hurt out in the swamps, and it seemed like he was getting better. But then, the rot took over and he was gone. Slig was with him when he died. He hoped Zanuck knew he was there.
Together, to the very end. That is the promise trusted ones make. Akrog is sorry Slig lost him, and in such a way.
Chosen Chieftain speaks true. Slig thinks this might be the last of it. Oh, rotten Araks again!
Akrog will take care of them. Is he nearly done?
Slig is a fast worker, Chosen Chieftain. They can head back in a flash. Unless he is not in a hurry to return.
Well, there is just so much to take care of. He would like to help Slig for longer, but...
But duty calls. Slig understands. It cannot be like the old times anymore, and that once he is chieftain. The chieftain can still have fun, though. He should not forget.
He will try not to. At least Little Blood is good at reminding Akrog to be less serious.
Well, that is good. Noag Moonblood makes them all smile. He is such a sweet troll behind that thick hide and those strong arms. The tribe is lucky to have a troll like him who can bring joy and hope.
Noah bring joy? That good?
It is true. Noag Moonblood always makes Slig's day brighter.
This looks interesting.
Now Slig really cannot carry anymore. He will run back to Zaramak, so they can use this scrap straight away.
That was actually quite fast work. Akrog is glad he found what he needed.
It would have been a lot slower if Slig needed to fight those Araks first. Slig thanks the Chosen Chieftain for keeping him safe.
It was no trouble. Well, only a little trouble.
A little trouble. Sounds like Slig. Come back and find Slig when Chosen Chieftain gets back to the tribe. He has an offer for him.
He will.
He is going. What this? If he insists. Interesting. Probably. Moving on. Moonblood, he is back. It is true. Grapple! Little Noag. Noag needs some...
Akrog is glad to see Slig made it back safely with such a burden. Was Master Scrapper Zaramak pleased with him?
Very much. He and Slig are grateful to the Chosen Chieftain.
They are welcome. Maybe it helped Akrog a little to help Slig.
Look, once the burial is done and he is used to being chieftain, he should let Slig cook a meal for him. Slig owes him something tasty for giving up his time on such a day. He can bring Noag Moonblood too. They will toast to a brighter future.
Akrog would like that. Remind him again after the devouring.
It is a deal. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Chosen Chieftain.
Sharp tusks and thick hide, Slig.
At his service. Moonblood! Mugwa prays he's safe! Zaramak no see him since sunup. Where he go? Out in wild to find Eric Gert. But he should have gone with kin. He's sorry. He Moonblood. Noag no need be sorry to lowly Zaramak. He do what Mugwa tell him.
Little Blood? You wanted to give Zaramak something?
It's true. Here, Noag found... Ugh, it's so sticky. Smells as nice as it looks. True, could work. Can Chieftain give Zaramak moment? Look, pretty. Like Zaramak.
What is this? A hammer?
A song bone, like greenskin slave drums. But this one makes long sounds like an iron beak's call. They mean music? It is true. This is for Crumb then, Noag. What is the occasion? They see.
All right.
What on earth is this? Where was Noag? Crumb got worried. Make something for Crumple. Just show him, Noag. He will like it. Here, gift. A song wood. No, a song bone. But how did Noag make this? And why is he giving it to Crumb? Zaramak helped Noag make it. And he, well, Crumple always helped Noag, just like Big Blood, Zaska, and Sire. Noag he want to ask. Oh, spit it out already. He wants to make Crumb his trusted one, no? It's true. That is very kind of Noag. Crumb will gladly be Noag's trusted one. Well, it is settled then. Shepherd Crumb kind soul, and Moonblood Noag just struck the bond of trust. Noag, thanks. He will be good trusted one to Crumple.
Calm, little blood. He can speak with Crumple again later. There is much to do.
His same blood is right. But Crumb thanks Noag again. He will start making sounds as soon as he can. If these old fingers allow it, that is.
Akrog is listening.
You find out.
See.
North way there.
What is this?
No, I'll go look. You find out. Time to move on.
Bloodburn. That was the name of the hex plague that had caused the rot 600 moons ago. It came from a land far across the water, and its bite was felt by the races in different ways. Elves were barely affected. Brittle bones died slowly. Green skins quickly and brutally. The bloodburn was weaker on Urgath, but it affected its creatures nonetheless. The trolls were left cursed with weak flesh and cubs who died before they could be born.
All right. A tiny pierce stick with hex power, Gabrak said. Let them find it.
And keep their crush sticks ready. Zeramak said there were beasts.
Akrog is ready.
Going now. Moving on. Crush them now. Use your powers.
Grungwa, we'll go there.
Smash them!
Magua killed the servants.
What this?
Let Akrog see.
Going now.
Grungwa is here.
So much shiny things.
Grungwar has any idea who lived here? Hunters?
They hunt for the shiny things, so they would not leave.
No! No touching! Fat troll hands don't touch Zippet's gold! No!
Calm, Noag. Just a tiny spirit, Greenskin. It is harmless.
Harmless? Zippet will show the fat brutes harmless. You see these bones, yes? They were two adventurers who starved to death because Zippet kept the magic walls up for 100 years.
The moon can care not about the shiny things, but they need something with hex power.
Hex what?
Magic.
Oh, you mean an artifact, yes? Fine. Zippet doesn't want to stay here for 100 years, no. So here's his deal. Zippet gives you one of his artifacts, and the fat brutes hand back his gold. Everybody happy, yes?
What is this artifact they will get in return? They need something strong, with hex power.
It, is strong. Owned by a very powerful pale-skinned mage. Yes.
A hex stick, then. What can it do? Throw fireballs? Raise the dead?
Well, no. Cut potatoes. By itself, floating, yes. Very useful, very strong. And the pale skin loved it.
It should be fine, Akrog. Just a bit of hex power will be enough.
Fine. They have a pact.
Yes, yes! Now give Zippet the gold!
Ready for action.
What is this?
Oh, beautifuls! Come back to Zippet! Yes!
Why Treasure Goblin was dead and still talk, Grumph? No, I'd think Mugwort take dead things to Moonlit River.
Nah, only troll kind. The other races have their own ways of finding the Moonlit River. This goblin was undead because his soul was still restless, and he wanted not to...
Just get out of here, okay? This place gives me the creeps.
Big Blood Will? He looked strange.
It is just... he has been hearing things again.
The gift of spirits?
It is true, but this is the second time in a day. Before that, Akrog had not heard a spirit in moons.
Maybe the cradle makes Akrog's gift stronger?
Grungwar thinks not. His own gifts are still the same. It must be something else in this jungle, or just chance.
Well, now is not the time to think. Let them try this key, so they can bring the artifact back to Zeramak. Let Akrog see.
It will not open.
No out smash.
That might break the shiny things in there. Let them look for a key. A piece of scrap that will open the box.
This looks interesting.
If he insists.
Go there.
On his way.
For the Moon Kid! They not hurt Big Blood. No, I'm gonna look.
They will die next.
They will regret this. But this... You find out.
Let Akrog see. All right. Let them bring this to Zeramak. They must complete the devouring before sundown.
It will all work out. Grungwa feels it. Mugwa smiles upon them.
Wonderful. Then what could go wrong?
Why, Zaska? Why must he always blaspheme? Zaska knows how difficult his role in the tribe is. Wants everyone to shun him.
Wait. Zaska's jokes are why they like him not? He always thought they were just jealous of his pretty face.
Zaska's face no pretty? Or is?
Mugwa's miraculous utters. If only Noag knew. All the does are itching to mate with Zaska.
Zaska is avoiding the question.
No. Zaska is just not in the mood for being questioned by an old, ailing troll.
Fine. If Zaska wants to stay an outcast among kin, then so be it. Just say not that Grungwa tried not to help him.
Sure. Pure, holy Elder Grungwar Oldfur only wanted to help.
Zazka can blaspheme all he likes, but he should not disrespect Grungwar. He must apologize, now.
Leave it, chieftain. Nothing he has said is untrue. Grungwar is old, and Grungwar is ailing.
No true. Grungwar's strong warrior, like Nerbach.
That time is long past. Either way, let them move on.
Can Zazka help?
He's going.
You will lead the way.
What on Urgath is this?
Ah, Chieftain back! Good, good. What he need?
Akrog needs Zeramak to shape something. To crush things.
What he need? Come on, Krazik. He is strong. He can beat this. Ah, Zeramak, old hide. He have it still. Here, Chieftain. Mugwa's tooth.
Akrog thanks, Zeramak. To Cabrax, then. Oh, and Zeramak's scrappers can search the cave now. It is safe.
Grungwall is ready.
Moonblood! Mugwa praise!
Moving now.
This looks interesting.
Ha! Look at this! The fabled Moonblood. Noag, is it not? It true. Well, well. Noag truly has his sire's blood. A prime specimen. And Grungwa says he has no signs of the rot at all. No weak bones? No stunted tusks? Nothing?
None. He's not even old enough to hunt yet, but already stronger than some warriors by his 5th year. Grungwa believes he will grow even bigger. Chieftain Narjak aside, Mugwa praise him. Noag is the strongest moonkin that there ever was.
Well, then Cabrax hopes Noag will sire many cubs. Perhaps one with a Bone King, though.
Noag is standing right here, they know.
It is just mating. So, have the Moonkin shaped the tooth yet?
Akrog has it.
Let Cabrax see.
The Moonkin's great warrior, Nurbok, fears the tribe being here will draw the Tusk Hunters near. Cabrax fears it not?
Cabrax fears.
And yet, he agreed to do the devouring.
And he told Akrog why. The brittle bone hunters are dangerous. But the moment Trollkind allows them to crush their traditions and the law, they have won.
Words worthy of a chieftain. Also remember there are no signs of hunters wide and far. They are probably scavenging the kin they killed last moon.
They speak true. Akrog has been meaning to ask this. Why is the Bonekin tribe so small? With their hex power and their gifts, they could become one of the greatest tribes on Urgith.
And what good would that do? Look around, Akrog. This shrine is not big enough to shelter many trolls at once. Especially not if they are fat like Cabrax.
They could build shelters around it.
True, maybe they could. But they would be harder to shield against enemies of the tribe, and draw more attention to the cradle. Also, it was never the Bonekin's calling to grow big. They are the guardians of the cradle, the servants of Mugwa. No more, and no less.
How can it be the Bonekin have not been cursed by the rot? Many other troll tribes have.
That is a good question. One Cabrax has often asked the Bones about.
And? What did the wise bones say?
That the cradle protected them. It is the only explanation. There were a few Bonekin whose flesh was cursed, but they were all wanderers who spent many moons away from the shrine when the cursing happened.
This makes sense. Then perhaps the power of the cradle could cure the blood rot too.
Cabrax and the Seers thought the same thing. That is why they allowed the four Bonekin, who returned ill to the shrine, to sleep right next to the cradle, hoping Mugwa would mend their flesh.
She helped them not.
Cabrax is certain she tried, but she could not. All four are now floating in the moonlit river.
Akrog knows they have spoken of this before, but is there truly no way the Bonekin can let all the Moonkin into the cradle for the devouring? Tradition demands
that all kin see the chosen chieftain devour the heart. Cabrax knows, but there were enough fools in the tribe who wanted the Moonkin not to come here as it is, rot and all, and Cabrax wanted not to cause more grunting. A dozen chosen Moonkin warriors, and the elders of the tribe can witness it. The rest will have to stay outside in the tribe camp.
Of course. Akrog understands. Here. Will this do?
It should. Follow them inside.
The air here makes Akrog's hide prickle.
He go there.
What is that?
Well then, time for the preparations.
The summoning of Mugwa's cub.
No need to look like a beak shat on his head, Akrog. Summoning Mugwa's cub is a great honor. He should be smiling.
A Moonkin and a Bonekin have to die for the ritual. Akrog sees nothing to smile about, and he understands not why Cabrax would.
Cabrax told him why. It is an honorable way to die. Being worked to death as a slave of the Greenskins? Disgrace. Starving? Disgrace. Untusked by a brittle bone? Disgrace. But giving one's blood so that Mugwa's cub can take the fabled chieftain Narjak Firstborn into the Moonlit River. That is an honorable way to die. A way worthy of Mugwa's spawn.
Cabrax speaks true. Anuk's trusted one will have dark thoughts for a long time. But maybe he will find solace in the thought that Anuk will be floating in the moonlit river right beside Narjak. It is a great honor.
Anuk die? Why?
So Noag's sire can go in peace, and trusted one Akrog can be the new chieftain. Zazka will explain to Noag, but not now.
The Bloodgivers are already here, are they not? What else is needed?
Prepare the rest of the offering, of course. Wood, food, and crushed stone. Tradition demands for the Devoured One's tribe to gather them. But if Akrog wants, the Bone King can do it instead.
He knows the Moonkin are weary.
They are weary, it is true, but the Moonkin will respect the traditions. They will harvest the offering themselves.
Words of a future chieftain. Return when the Moonkin workers have built the gathering dens, then.
Building is done. The tribe needs more wood, chieftain.
Akrog is ready.
In that direction?
What is this? All right. The workers are preparing the offering. What is next?
Scrap! Just have the Moonkin scrappers search the cradle. There should still be some mounds nearby. Then comes the blood-giving.
How works the blood-giving exactly? Two blood-givers must offer their lives to Mugwa. Zazka knows that. But how?
It is complicated. Of the two blood-givers, one is the sacrifice, and the other, the vessel. The vessel devours the sacrifice, then spills his own blood at the foot of the holy stone.
Elder Grimoire Greyfur is as wise as they say.
What mean devour?
Eat. So he means the vessel must eat the sacrifice's flesh?
Like chosen chieftain Akrog will eat his sire's flesh at the ceremony. It is true. Cabrax told both Bloodgiver Urnuk, the sacrifice, and Bloodgiver Itzka, the vessel, what they should do. Akrog should speak to them once he is ready to make the offering.
He will. Sharp tusks and thick hide. Akrog is listening.
No, I'll go look.
Let Zazka get a proper look.
Grunwa, we'll go there.
Let Akrog see.
Close enough.
What is it?
Bloodgiver Itzka will give his life tonight. He wishes not to die with the rot in his bones.
The rot can only be passed on through blood, not from troll to troll.
That is what every fool believes. Itzka wants his flesh to be pure when he offers it to Mukwa. No. Why is the chosen chieftain speaking to Itzka? He wants to be alone with his thoughts.
Akrog came to offer his thanks and tell Itzka that the ritual is ready.
Thanks? Itzka does this for Mugwa, not for the Moonkin. But he thanks Akrog for his words. Is the Blood Guard waiting?
Blood Guard?
Cabrex has not told him yet. The tradition demands that the Moonkin bring 3 strong warriors to protect the pyre.
Akrog understands. He will take care of it.
He should. Itzka will meet him at the Holy Stone.
They take care of it. You know.
What now? More trouble?
You want now?
It is nonsense. Why Ernok?
Because that is what Mugwort decided. Nurab must move on and choose a new trusted one.
Who then gets killed by the rot? The hunters? Or some stupid ritual? It is all so pointless, Ernok. The Moonkin will never find peace. Never!
Chosen Chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher. Mugwa prays.
Mugwa prays, Bloodgiver Armik Soft-Tusk. Is he ready for the sacrifice?
Bloodgiver. All his life, Ernok was a healer. And now that is all he is.
He became Bloodgiver the moment Mugwa decided so.
Rot Mugwa! Rot the Devouring! Rot the Hunters! Rot everything! Nurab cannot take this. Nurab, go.
Just when Anuk has accepted his fate, his trusted one will not. What can he do, Chosen Chieftain? He wants not to leave Nurab like this. Bitter and broken.
Is there anything Akrog can do to make it easier for them both?
How about a soul charm? It is a stone with hex power from the Brittlebone ruins here. It can store the voice of a living creature. If the Moonkin found a soul charm for Anuk, he could speak a few words for Nurab into it. This way, Nurab could treasure them forever.
Anuk would like that. But he wants not to be a burden on the tribe. Nerbak is right. The Moonkin should not stay here any longer than necessary.
Anuk gives his life for the Devouring. So this is the least the Moonkin can do. The blood for the tribe for the blood.
Anuk thanks, Grungwa.
Where can they find the soul charm?
Cabrax told Grungwa that the kin hoard them. They should talk to their Thing Keeper.
All right. They will be back.
Grungwa is ready.
Head towards certain doom. Sure.
Going now. What this? Back, Moonkin. This is...
Quiet, Brog. This chosen chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher. Narjak Firstborn's cub. And he is?
The second-born and the moonblood of the tribe. Noag.
Huh. Still just a cub. And bigger than Neok. Why Akrog come here? He want to honor his sire's flesh?
It is true. Akrog wishes they had spent more time together.
Understandable. But there is a good reason a troll cub belongs to and is raised by the tribe, and not its sires.
A troll must not favor his offspring over his other kin, Akrog knows. Still, they had only just started hunting together. Akrog just wishes he had known him better. Akrog knows Zazka respected Narjak like no other. Is there anything he wants to say?
He is dead, trusted one. Zazka can say all he wants, but Narjak will never hear it.
Little Blood has been very quiet. How is he feeling?
Nothing.
Nothing what? He feels nothing?
No. This thing... It knows sire. It just flesh and bone. Like pig after hunter crush it. Sire is gone. And always will be. Because Nog no save him.
Little Blood, they spoke about...
No. Big Blood no speak. Not now.
Akrog still cannot understand why the firstborn blood protected Narjak not. No arrows could pierce his hide.
No arrows, it is true. But the throwing spike of a brittle-bone stick-flinger could. The firstborn blood only made him long-lived, not invulnerable.
That throwing spike should not have hit him. It should not.
No.
If Mugwa will not guide Narjak into the moonlit river until the devouring, where is his soul now?
Waiting in the earth. When devouring done, Mugwa take soul and bring it to Moonlit River.
At least the brittle-bone hunters left him his tusks.
And great tusks they were.
What next?
Akrog still cannot believe he is gone. It is just a moon ago. They were still sitting around a campfire, listening to Grungwar's stories. And now... Akrog feels lost. He hopes he can do this without him.
Well, for what it is worth, he has his little blood and the good-looking Moonkin by his side.
Zasker mean Grumpf?
Sure. Him too.
Akrog has every right to feel lost. Every Moonkin does. But he needs to find himself again. The tribe depends on it.
Akrog should go. He must prepare the devouring.
Sharp tusks and thick hide.
Can a troll not rest for a moment? Interesting. Probably.
Mugwa prays. He is chosen chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher.
Thingkeeper Neek knows him. The troll who crushed 10 brittle bones by himself.
How knows he?
Oh, be no fool. Every Thrall knows the cub of Chieftain Narjak Firstborn, and his same blood, the Moonblood. Neek must say he expected something else. Akrog looks not yet like a chieftain to me. Let alone the one to follow Narjak Firstborn.
It is true, Akrog is not chieftain yet. But he will be, and he will prove himself.
So easy to shake. Be careful, Akrog, or Ken might take him for a slave. Either way, what came he here for?
Akrog wonders if the Bonekin have a soul charm. The Moonkin's blood giver. He would like one for, well, his trusted one.
Soul charm? The brittle bone boxes that can trap a voice, no?
It is true. They are small spheres, silver like the moon,
and Neek knows what they look like. And it is true, they have one here.
What want the Bonekin in return?
Nothing. The Moonkin Bloodgiver makes a great sacrifice. If this keeps the dark thoughts away from his trusted one, Neek is glad to help.
Akrog thanks Neek. Sharp tusks and thick hide. This is the Bonekin's treasure, is it not? Why keep so many brittlebone things?
So the brittlebones find them not. Everything out there with hex power is a thing the brittlebones can use to untusk Thralls.
Akrog understands. Akrog must leave.
Zazka is listening.
That way.
He here. Let Zazka get a proper look.
Chosen chieftain.
Akrog never asked. Why is Arnak called Soft Tusk? His tusks look not soft or brittle.
Akrog speaks true. They are not. Anuk's same blood Jag gave him this name, actually.
Jag. Grunwa knows this name not.
That surprises Anuk not. Anuk said farewell to Jag many moons ago. And he is in the Moonlit River now, along with their sires. They were just cubs when they lost their sires. So, they noticed not. But when they were grown, Anuk's same blood took care of Anuk. He taught him how to hunt, how to find herbs. Everything.
But why call Ernuk Soft Tusk then?
Because he always said Anuk's heart is too soft to be a warrior. Anuk never liked killing a boar, even if he knew it was right because he needed to feed the tribe. That is why he became a healer, like Shepherd Crumb Kind Soul. There, he can mend flesh and not destroy it. Could, that is. Anuk will mend no more.
Akrog is sorry. Here. The Bonekin gave Akrog this soul charm.
Anuk likes it. How works it? Anuk just speaks something?
And the hex inside will trap it. It is true.
Anuk sees. Anuk is with Mugwa now. And he will be there when Nurab joins him in the Moonlit River.
Will he bring Nurab the soul charm now?
Anuk would like Akrog to bring it to him. After the devouring, when Anuk is gone.
Why? Nurab his trusted one.
Very true, Moonblood Noag. But seeing Nurab now would only make Anuk weak again. He has said all that needed to be said. Now, it is time for him to do his duty. The tribe for the blood for the tribe. Chosen Chieftain Akrog. Anuk. May
Make all this death mean something. Save the Moonkin, no matter the price.
Akrog is listening. On his way.
What is that?
Chosen Chieftain. Has he spoken to the Bloodgivers?
He has.
Good. Then the summoning may start. First, Akrog will have to place the offering at the Holy Stone. Then... well... then the vessel must devour the sacrifice. Then spill his blood at the foot of the Holy Stone. Once this has been done, Mugwa's cub will rise from the earth.
Will Cabrax guide the ritual?
No, this is the Chosen Chieftain's burden, and his alone.
Akrog understands.
You're ready.
Let us.
Chosen Chieftain. Is it time? Anuk is ready.
And Itzka is too.
Is there anything else Anuk would like to say?
Just bring Nurab the soul charm when the devouring is over. That is all.
Akrog understands. He will. Itzka, is there anything he would like to say?
No.
It is time. This is the tooth.
Strange
What is?
that it would end this way. Anuk thought about how he would die so much. Yet, this... it never crossed his mind.
Itzka will honor Ernuk's flesh.
Akrog will be a good chieftain. Anuk feels it.
Now the devouring.
Sharp tusks and thick hide.
It is done. Make the offerings, speak the words. Then Itzka will do his duty.
Akrog is ready.
This looks interesting. By the golden, shiny, holy hide! Tell Cabrax not! This is not beautiful, Akrog. Tell him not.
Will it? Akrog means whose word obeys it?
Chosen Chieftain Akrog's, of course. He summoned it.
Then the devouring can begin.
It is true. Speak the words, then Cabrax will light the pyre. If he wants to take a last look at his sire's flesh, it should be now. Is Akrog ready?
He is.
Then call in the Moonkin's chosen warriors. Cabrax will brew the embalming liquid. Then the devouring begins.
And so, Elder Grungwa Greyfur gives Chieftain Narjuk Firstborn's flesh to his cub, the Chosen Chieftain. Not only so he may become the new chieftain, not only so his blood stays in the tribe forever, but to honor Magua, the moon goddess who, through all these struggles, still smiles on trollkind. Magua prays. Do it, chosen chieftain. Devour the heart.
The tribe. Shield the tribe.
And the devouring is complete. With Mugwa's blessing, Akrog Bone Crusher is now chieftain of the Moonkin. Speak, chieftain. Speak loud and speak proud, because his words will be remembered.
The Hunters have taken so much from the Moonkin. Akrog will...
Wait!
What?
Something is wrong. They...
Hunters!
Enemies are attacking!
Put down the grunters!
What? Fight back! The cub will crush them! Brutes! Bloody brutes! Fight them back! Fight for Mugwa!
Akrog is listening.
At his service.
Great! More problems to smash. They messed with the wrong...
Scryer, do it! Cast the spell!
Commander.
No! Impossible.
Not here! You find out. This is pointless! The Moonkin must flee, now!
What is he talking about? The trolls will crush them.
No, they will not. Tusks. There are hundreds of them out there. Cabras can sense it. And they killed the cub with a single hex.
He speaks true, chieftain. They need to flee.
Fine, but they will not leave the Bonekin. It is the Moonkin's fault the Hunters came here. They...
Holy hide! Spare Cabrax the words! The Bonekin will never leave the cradle. Never! Now go!
What happened? Where are they?
Still near the cradle. This must have been a teleport hex, like the Hunters used to get into the cradle. They...
More hunters. Cabrax was right.
To the tribe camp. Now.
Hope that spell worked. That thing was bloody terrifying.
Don't worry, it will. Itras is the best mage in the Corps.
Still, it is a
Is that...
Blood-giver Anuk's trusted one, Norab. He will never get the soul charm.
To the tribe camp. Now.
What on Urgath is this?
Look who has arrived. Nurbok told Akrog this would happen, but he listened not.
Stop, Nurbok. This is not the time for fighting.
Crumb speaks true.
The Hunters. How many kin have they killed?
Better to ask how many were not killed.
They have not yet counted the bodies, Chieftain Akrog. But it is terrible. Zaramak, Julog, Anug, Krum, and maybe 24 kin are all who survived. It would have been worse had Anuk not warned Nurbok.
That terrible.
It is, little Noag. It is.
What happened?
What looks it like? The hunters attacked while Akrog was busy doing rituals with the Bonekin. Just as Nurbok said they would. Nurbok guesses the cradle is gone too.
They're still fighting. Cabrax, he told them to flee.
And of course, Akrog obeyed.
It was not like that. Cabrax left them no choice.
Sure. Zaska speaks true, trusted one. Chieftain Cabrax made a hex that brought them out of the cradle. He wanted the Moonkin not to die.
Well, it's too late for that. Many dead.
Akrog understands not. The eyes said there were no hunters wide and far. So how could this happen? Master Anug?
It is hard to explain. It is true that the beaks and the eyes see no hunters. But when Anug go out yesterday, he see these strange sparkles in the air, like how air look over a fire. This morning, Anug and I see sparkles from the bushes. But suddenly, there is a blue cloud on the sparkles, and hunters come out.
A teleport hex, just like in the cradle.
Mm-hmm. When Anug find out, he run back to the tribe camp, but it was too late. He is sorry, Chieftain Agrog. He failed the tribe, and now so many kin is dead.
Anug is not to blame. It was Akrog who would not listen.
Chieftain Akrog.
The small tusk is the last one to tell Nurbok what to do. He is not even a moon.
Quiet. Tusks, maybe Akrog made a mistake, but now is not the time to fight. Kin died, again. And more will die if the Moonkin stay here and wait for the hunters to finish crushing the cradle. They need to leave. Now.
Powerful words. And where plans this great leader to take the Moonkin? Right into the next ambush?
He knows not, but they will work something out.
Maybe there is no need to. Zaska has an idea. Nurbok remembers when he said Zaska was making schemes again? Well, it is true. For the past moon, he has been meeting with a Brittlebone.
A Brittlebone?
That is what Zaska just said. And no, he has not betrayed them. Even though that is what they all believe he is just waiting to do. This Brittlebone, he has a plan that would not just help the tribe crush the hunters, but could also cure the rot.
Cure the rot? How? How is that possible?
And there is the catch. The Moonkin must resurrect a fallen god.
Ever since they crossed the water to start a new life on Urgath, Mugwa had smiled upon her trolls. In their darkest times, though, her smile was